out. Yeah, the only downside is it does, kind of, when it's open, you get a little bit of play here because we disabled one of the latching mechanisms. On careful examination of these two pieces, I think I can just pull this metal piece out of this frame and just drop it straight in. So my next job is to pull these tabs up to release this. Violence seems to be the answer. This plastic is brittle enough that I was able to just, pinch it, snap it straight out of there. Fantastic. What you'll see now is to bend these tabs back to allow the ring to drop in. I guess the threaded end, not the ring. In a super cool lucky way, I would get the threads on the button body right into this. I don't think that's going to work. What I'm resorting to is trying not to drill this thing out because it's so small. I'm going to grab the lip with the pliers there and just slowly bend it out. And just continue around all the way. The thing is that if you place this in there, you all of a sudden get a little sunlight from behind where the deformations are, deforming this thing. Make sure not to screw up the tabs. These are the ones that click into the ashtray. I want to make sure it still snaps into place correctly. I think I've got it. It's got a little bit of interference, but just enough that threads down. Uh-oh, I had to cross-thread this thing. Anyway, there it is, down at the bottom as it should be. Now comes the meticulous, slow massaging of the interference. Right now what I'm noticing is that these 2 points here are interfering. Good view. There you go. These two here. I'm gonna file them down. This was a little bit of use. These are the LED leads, and really what we need is when I want this pressed down to activate. So I've chosen these two terminals. Here, I'll show you with the DMM. Button's in the up position, and I make contact here, nothing. And as soon as I click down the button, contact. So that's going to be my switch, this terminal to that terminal. And to light up the LED, I'm going to put just a negative on this and bridge this middle terminal to that positive terminal to light up the LED. It just needs 12 volts DC. That's fitting the button into this place, and it looks to be interfering. I hate these gloves, by the way, but I'm going to put them on just so I don't get the rest of the components dirty. Anyway, it's interfering there and there on the center parts of both of these rectangles. Turn the light on here. That gives you a better shot of what I'm doing. But the light used to be square, now it's got a little bite out of it, using this rotary tool on the cylinder. Yeah, just keep carving down until the switch starts to clear, the barrel of the switch. And anytime you get any of this molten plastic, once it cools enough, you can just crack it right off. And we're in. Take the switch. Sits flush, and we get this to close. I'm still not sure if it'll close with the switch button up. Yeah, it's still close. Drill to go through the bottom of the ashtray. Let's take it through. I had a feeling it was going to be like the cigarette lighter. A little bit brittle, but we're through. What I'm going to try to do is use this little tiny snippet of wire to jump the two leads that I need to jump. I'm going to wad up some solder. Now at this point I'm going to try to use gravity. It might work for me. Those two are jumped. Now I just gotta connect this center one to this yellow lead. And finally my black to my negative. At this point I should grab the base. Place the switch in its final location. Come on, switch. Yeah, that heat shrink is causing a little bit of an interference, but it's good. It's going to give it a tighter fit. Okay, so switches up. A minor interference with the switch up, but solder up. The yellow one has to have the leg, and red one. Pay attention to the polarity of your plugs as you solder them on. I made that mistake once already. Just heat shrink them down and installing this final detail. I'm noticing that this interferes with the connector here. Yep, you guessed it. Just gonna hack it right off. Okay. Now that it's in there, so it can rattle every single time I drive the car. That was a little stupid. We got this opening and closing, right? You cut out the little notch, like I said. Next step is to get these cables to clear. My plan is to cut across here so that these cables can simply lay over. I was originally planning on having these cables come up and down, but these connectors interfere, so it's not exactly smooth. Made this cut so that the wires can pass through. I prepared I put loom just on the top so I'd have a skinny part with just wires to be able to go through the cut. It's about there. We should be able to go across. Then I have the connector on this side. We take just the wires, pass them over the channel that we cut. Come on. So it looks like the section of loom I put on there was too big, still don't clear. Take the big tool and just shove the wires through the channel that we cut. Wow, that was tougher, but got it. Now I just gotta test out our button, make sure it works, and never take this back out. Yeah, the only downside is it does, you know, kind of, when it's open, you get a little bit of play here because we disabled one of the latching mechanisms. Done.